Hey, Scarefest, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly. You either love Cronenberg or you don't get him. I actually get most of it and love several of the movies, but I am not a die-hard David Cronenberg fan. He does normally have something interesting to say on a shoestring budget. But if you don't know who David Cronenberg is, Shivers, The Fly, The Dead Zone, Dead Ringers, as much as I love Vigo in two of his other movies, I hadn't taken the time to watch Crimes of the Future, which is available on Hulu if you have Hulu. Basically, what the story is it's in the future and humans have adapted in some weird way to a synthetic environment. A lot of people can't feel pain. They have new transformations and mutations. And Vigo plays this guy along with his partner. They're kind of performance artists. They're kind of like the future TikTokers, if you will. And they showcase the metamorphosis of his organs in these weird kind of ways of they find a new organ and they take it out and these people love watching it, whether it be live or through streaming. And it's an interesting take on something that he has explored to me several times before, especially in Videodrome and Existence. Should you watch this? I don't know. It depends. It depends on what you find entertaining. It's listed as a horror film. I don't know that it's a horror film. It's definitely not a horror film in the same way that Existence or Videodrome are. It's not as gory or as just visceral as those movies, but it is an interesting take on how we have this accelerated evolution and then it's going everywhere. And there's people out there trying to stop it, killing people to keep them from mutating because they don't think that these people are quite human anymore. And what would it be if you're not? It has a really shocking trigger warning, just trigger warning for you right now, opening scene of a mother murdering her son. And then we find out more later why she does it, but it doesn't make it any less traumatic. And some of you may not like that. Truthfully, I've told you this on here several times before. It's not my cup of tea either. Stephen King's book, The Institute, I've went back to it 3 different times trying to finish it because it deals with children, and I don't know, being a dad's made me a wuss. Certain mortality things that I just don't want to deal with. And this is tough. It explains later why she does it. I don't know that it makes that opening scene any easier to watch. It's not as visceral as it could be. It's not as hard, but it's tough, and I want to let you know up front. Is this a good movie? It's an interesting film. There's not a Cronenberg movie out there that isn't interesting. Can I recommend it to all of you? No. If you're a Cronenberg and you like those Cronenberg fan, you like those other films, then you're going to like this. Should you rush out to see it? No, 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 no. I don't think. A History of Violence and Eastern Promises, yes, but those aren't horror films. But they both star Vigo. There are better Cronenberg films than this one. There's no bad acting. There's no bad performances. The dialogue's a little stilted. I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose from time to time. It is kind of a mystery in the sense of you're figuring out why do these people even care about this. And truthfully, at the end of it, I was interested. It's intriguing, but I'll never revisit it. So it's so hard for me to say not watch it because it's a well-made movie. But at the same time, you have to have a certain mentality to enjoy it. You have to be open to the weirdness of it. And truthfully, even though it's listed as a horror film, I don't know that this is a horror film. I almost didn't review it, but it's a Cronenberg film, and I have to give one of these a week to Wes, otherwise he's going to come out and shoot me. It's an interesting take on human evolution, where we're going, and will we be able to eat plastic? And will that clean up the environment? Crimes of the Future. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly.